So let's go to updates from government. First updates are from the presidency. This is good news.
Good news.
This is historic. This is what we call transformation, total transformation, so far as water supply is concerned. It's called the Water Supply Project launched in Sifo. This was done on Saturday morning, the 17th of May, 2025.
I was there.
You were there. His Excellency the President, Adama Barrow, officially launched the Water Supply Project in Sifo as part of the WASIP initiative. Now, this transformative effort will provide clean and safe drinking water to over 1 million Gambians.
Wow. Quite a
in
number.
the Greater Banjul area and West Coast region. In line with this, the President announced the strategic separation of NAWEC into two independent entities, water and electricity, to improve efficiency and governance of the utility services. So this is a game changer. I think they'll build 4 mega boreholes. They'll supply water to a lot of residents in the West Coast and Banjul, clean water. So this is really a game changer insofar as, and remember, since independence, Gambia had not had any significant investment in the water infrastructure.
So the investment right now is 59.1 million euros.
59.1 million euros will be invested, and since independence, we've not had any significant investment in the water infrastructure. That is why water has been a problem, because remember, one of the things that is affecting Gambia's development is population growth. Now, when population grows and there is no investment to match the population growth, there's always a problem. That is why development is long-term planning. You look at the population today and say, if we are needing or using, let's say 50 liters of water today with a population of 1 million people, and you look at a population that is growing by 3% every year, and decide in 10 years my population will go to 2 million people. How many liters of water would we need? You start that project now. You don't wait until you are 2 million and you start that project, because it's long-term planning. These are long-term investments. That is why we've been having challenges in the energy sector, and these are inherited. If, for example, the population today is 1 million people, and you need 100 megawatts of electricity to light 1 million people, you need to also know that the population is growing at 3%, 4% per year, that in 10 years will be 2 million. You need to start work now to take it 100 megawatts, for example. That's what is needed. That is why, but this is historic, this is landmark, and this is going to be one of the big legacies of the President, EDPA, with some of the road projects that is ongoing. So this is huge. Now, but also the President also supported the tourism and hospitality entrepreneurs. The President has extended financial support to 1.4 million to 57 Gambian entrepreneurs in the tourism and hospitality sector. This is under the Tourism Diversification and Resilience Project. And the initiative is aimed at revitalizing tourism and enhance the sector's sustainability and competitiveness. So $1.4 million is already distributed to 57 Gambians last week, so promoting tourism in the creative industries.
You mean 57?
57.
Gambians, $1.4 million. But also, the President also addressed the nation. In a national broadcast, President Barrow addressed the issue of the sale of assets linked to former President Yahya Jammeh. He reaffirmed that all recovered assets belong to the Gambian people and pledged zero tolerance for negligence or wrongdoing in the management of national, and therefore pledged also accountability insofar as the sale of Jammeh's assets are concerned. 2 parallel investigations will be ongoing, one by the National Audit Office, which is almost done, and 2, a parliamentary inquiry to get to the bottom of the transactions regarding the sale of Jammeh's assets. And the President promised full accountability after the reports and the recommendations of those sales. The President also visited the GCCI Trade Fair grounds. This is the 18th edition of the GCCI Trade Fair. He expressed satisfaction with youth participation and reaffirmed support for entrepreneurship and trade innovation. In the same vein, the President also inaugurated the MECNA headquarters, that is the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources. They have a brand new state-of-the-art building in Abuko. Was inaugurated on Friday, and I think it was on Wednesday. The President was there. He presided over the inauguration of the new Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources. This is funded through domestic resources too, no external funding, and the facility consolidate the ministry and its satellite institutions. So before MECNA had the ministry on Caraba Avenue, Department of Forestry is there, Parks and Wildlife is there, Waka Project is there. Now they bring everything under one roof. It's a massive building. And finally, the president also has some diplomatic engagements. His Excellency received letters of credence from the newly appointed ambassadors of Cuba, France, Canada, and Malta, reaffirming the Gambia's commitment to strengthen diplomatic ties globally. So these ones are from the presidency. The vice president also, Mohamed B.S. Jallow, His Excellency had also some engagements. He met with the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants, led by the Accountant General, Ms. Agnes Macaulay. Discussion centered on the public value agenda, supporting transparency and professional excellence in the public service sector. Now, the Vice President also launched the new strategic plan for the National Assembly under the theme Enhancing Parliamentary Performance, Strengthening Democratic Institutions, and Inclusive Citizen Engagement. This plan seeks to make the legislature more effective, people-centered, and responsive to national needs. Very important piece of document. Also, we have a news from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the EU partnership dialogue under the Samoa Agreement. The Gambia hosted its first partnership dialogue with the EU under the Samoa Agreement. The dialogue topics included democratic transitions, green growth, youth employment, climate change, and improved cooperation mechanisms. But also there was commitment to global peace efforts that at the UN 2025 Peacekeeping Ministerial in Berlin, Minister Mamadou Tangara reaffirmed the Gambia's commitment to multilateralism and collective security. Those students who are studying international relations know what collective security means. The First World War was blamed on balance of power. When the big states in the system were balancing each other's power, that led to World War. And when that war ended, Woodrow Wilson, under a new treaty for world peace, proposed what they call collective security, that security should become every state's responsibility. And the whole principle of an attack against one should be seen as an attack against all. So this is very important. Exactly. Now, then another good news from the Ministry of Health. The Gambia government is getting 10 million euros from the German government for what? To establish an ambulance command center. It means now you'll see ambulances in strategic locations across the country when you can just call a number and get an ambulance. We are getting 10 million euros from Germany to build and establish an ambulance command center. Not only that, we're also going to build multi-purpose surgical theater for open heart surgery and kidney transplantation in the Gambia at the new Farata Hospital. The money is already in. It was signed last week. So 10 million euros from Germany to build ambulance command centers across the country, to build multi-purpose surgical theaters for open heart surgery, but also for kidney transplantation.
That's good news for the health sector.
This is a grant?
No. Okay. Yeah, it's a grant. It's for free. It's not a loan. It's a grant. It's for free. So this is good news. It means now we don't have to go abroad for kidney transplantation, but also for open heart surgeries. We can do them in Gambia, but also there'll be enough ambulances to cater for the population. And also, good news from the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. A new airline route has been established between Banjul and Lagos. Now you can get a direct flight from Banjul to Lagos through what they call Value Jet. It's been inaugurated. The first flight has arrived. This marks a new start of a new route designed to boost tourism and trade between Gambia and Nigeria, and their prices are very, very, very cheap. Finally, we have news from the Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure. One is that the Gambia is now a member of the IHO, which is the International Hydrographic Organization, underscoring our commitment to maritime safety, environmental protection, and tourism development. But also there are some ongoing infrastructure projects by the Ministry of Works. One of them is the governor's residence they are building in URR, but also to complete rehabilitation of Nasir Senior Secondary School as well in the URR in Basse.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister.